Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Sunday, the 28th of September 2025, the year BSV comes alive. Branch your threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai or your post put on chain. Right, let's see what we've got today. It's just going to have to be a quick one because it's getting late and I've been really busy today, but a show's got to go out every day. We're just going to go over some posts that are in my feed because some of them are quite shocking today, but also just love going through them in general. I've got to go over this. Robin Monoti said, this is outrageous. We need to stop this British totalitarianism as a route. The end Starmer regime now. Yeah, I mean, George Galloway was pretty much unlawfully detained and kidnapped. Shocking. We'll look at some articles here from Cointelegraph. We'll have a quick look at the figures. We've got some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll finish with the Kellen's Weller countdown. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong and transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Alright, Ace, let's start with this one. Bitcoin Broadcast said, it's happening. We are going mobile first. Check it out. This is the, they've got here saying the BSV Browser with identity and micropayments built in. Experience the power of BSV blockchain technology on your mobile device. Secure wallet, decentralized identity, and Web3 browsing all in one app. I mean, this is going to be absolutely epic when it launches. Like, we've got a desktop version there that I've downloaded already. But everything in the future is going to be on the Bitcoin network. Like literally absolutely everything, which is why we need a BSV browser to browse the transaction data and browse the information that's being uploaded on the network. In the same way that we need search engines now, yeah, sort of like Google and Yahoo and all that. We're going to need a BSV browser in the future. And these guys are way ahead of it. It looked absolutely fantastic. People have no idea what's coming because they don't understand what Bitcoin is because they've been hoodwinked and gaslit and filled with BS and misinformation about what Bitcoin is over the years. Like, this is going to be absolutely awesome. Oh, I think I've actually already got the yes, I have got the desktop version. Let's see if we can open that. Hold on one second. Oh, here we go. Got the app. Oh, that's opened in a separate window. Never mind. Oh, yeah, I'd have to download it. But this is absolutely awesome. What a fantastic way to start the day when I saw that. Loving that. John Wayne just said here, Terranode is live, Rock Wallet not showing balances, text BSV not working. So I've said here, open Rock Wallet, then literally just leave it open for about 10 minutes to sync with the network. Coins will appear. That happened to somebody else that I knew the other day, so that's how I know how to do it. Check this out. Richard Taylor said, Starmer has an X post corrected by community note. This is hilarious. So Keir Starmer said here, I know you're worried about the level of illegal immigration into the country. Digital ID is another measure to make it tougher to work illegally. It's not about making it tougher to work. It's about stopping the boats, you absolute goon. About, the invasion. So make our borders more secure. How's Digital ID going to do that? He said, ours is a fairer Britain built on change, not division. What an absolute load of crap that is. Diversity is our strength. What do you think diversity leads to? If you want to create division, you need to encourage diversity. And then they're saying diversity is our strength. And look at that. It's been corrected here. Twitter or X has said, it is already a requirement to have a work visa for most people to work in the UK. Illegal migrants do not have a work visa, yet the problem exists that they work illegally, cash in hand, etc. Digital ID does nothing to stop illegal working, which this post suggests it would. Look, he's actually been called on his own BS. Absolutely hilarious. And this post here about Advanced UK, like this one was literally age restricted when you were in the UK. This is unbelievable. And this was Howard Cox literally just speaking at the Advance UK political party launch. Like, unbelievable. Like having that age restricted, like it was some kind of pornographic material. Absolutely outrageous. Bitcoin Magazine said here, you work for it, they print it out of thin air. Bitcoin fixes this. And then I've responded to that saying, 100%. Then they subvert any potential competition for it and tell the clowns not many use it. Store of value, digital gold. BTC woke. Honestly, absolutely hilarious. We've got a fantastic video here from Ryan. This is actually on my own channel. So I'm wondering if YouTube will let me use this on my own channel. Have a listen.
To another subject, which is computer security. So first of all, there's no such thing as perfect security. This is an idea that Craig has been talking about since the 1990s. Security is always and everywhere economic. There's just no such thing. There's no way to make it impossible to break into a system. What you want to do is, rather than make it impossible, you make it impractical. You make it too costly to break in for the gain that you get from attacking the system. So it's economic. It's a cost benefit thing. You want to make it such that it's so expensive to attack a system that it's not worthwhile, that what you get out of attacking it doesn't make it worth the cost. And that's exactly how Bitcoin works and how everything about Bitcoin works. So it's an economic system. It's economic security is what it is. Quantum computers are another subject that comes up a lot. There isn't a threat to Bitcoin from quantum computers. First of all, because quantum computers are commercially impractical now and well into the future. It's going to be quite some time before you have practical quantum computers. But bear in mind that even if you have a commercially viable quantum computer, what they do is they can crack public keys, but they can't crack the hash function. So just don't show the public key. The public keys are not shown publicly on the blockchain. And when they are, what you want to do is just keep the value in each output small enough such that even if it were cracked, it's not worth the cost of cracking. So once again, it becomes economic security. Just keep the value low enough that the cost of using a quantum computer to attack it is higher than the value that they get from cracking that key. And so you can keep them hidden when they're simply sitting on the blockchain. And then when you go to spend it, you have to reveal it, but you can reveal it for only a small amount of value. So don't store huge amounts of value in a single address. Distribute the value. And so what you should do is when you send and receive these Bitcoin transactions, keep them in small outputs. So if you follow best practices, it's incredibly challenging to attack Bitcoin. And so the best practices are don't merge outputs and don't reuse keys. And if you do this, it's secure now and it's secure very, very far into the future, because even with quantum computers, it's still impractical to crack anything about Bitcoin.
There we go. What a fantastic message there from Ryan X. Charles. That was literally just quantum computers are impractical. And again, they've got this BTC trying to say, oh yeah, we've got to solve this quantum computing issue. It's literally all bullshit and hogwash. Yeah, what we need to do is just convert. We need to bring everybody onto our centrally controlled system that is quantum computing resistant. What an absolute load of crap that is. Check this out. Elliot Wave International said recession next in the history of the data back to 1959. There's never been a downturn of this magnitude without an ensuing recession. Let's have a look at this. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to go into that, but I mean, look at that. Look at that economic downturn. Again, yeah, they're trying to cover it up, but we know what's coming. Cointelegraph said huge, over $4.8 billion in longs were liquidated this past week. 2.99 billion just on Monday. And I've said it, the house always wins. That's what they want you to speculate. They don't want you to know what Bitcoin is actually meant to be used for. They want you to think that it's a speculative piece of crap, which is why they've made this casino. Absolutely crazy. But check this out. This was absolutely hilarious. The British Patriot said here, new in Brown Hills, Walsall, Patriots draped the minor monument in a British flag, cheering defiantly. The message, for every flag you remove, we'll raise 5 more. How does it look? Look at that. That is absolutely ace. Absolutely ace. Loving that. Loving that. The nation coming together. Brilliant. And there's Keir Starmer calling everybody a racist. Whatever. Just patriotic. And talking about digital IDs, she admits it here. She says that is the plan. Like, have a listen.
All UK citizens will,
Well, what if I don't?
will have to have one. Well, the plan is that we're going to roll this out by the end of
No, my
Parliament.
question is, what if I don't? What if I've got my job, so I don't need to show this to anyone. So what if I just don't do it?
So if you don't have one, then you'll have a problem if you want to get a new job.
No, I'm saying I'm not doing that. So I'm not seeking a job. So why should I get the digital ID card? Why do I do it? Well, is there some fine for not doing it? Is there an incentive to do it? I'm just thinking I've got no reason to do it.
Yeah, look, this isn't a heavy-handed approach. We're not planning to go around finding people. But what we are going to do is make sure that everybody's got one. In the same way, Charlie, as you've got a national insurance number, if you're a citizen of this country, we'll make sure that everybody has a digital ID.
So help me with this. I know we're plotting through this, but
yeah.
So everyone watching who's got a job has got a national insurance number. So when these digital ID cards exist, if I just go to my employer and show them my national insurance number, is that not sufficient? Are they being precluded from employing me?
It won't be sufficient. I just want to be really clear about that.
So they can't employ people unless they've seen one of these
a digital ID.
cards.
Yes, that's right. That is the plan.
Unbelievable. She goes, "Oh, we're not getting heavy-handed about this, but yeah, you won't. Your employer won't be able to continue employing you if you don't have a digital ID." Absolutely outrageous. Scumbags, utter scumbags. And talking about scumbags, look at this. This guy here was literally, because you can see the coppers here in light green, this guy was a police liaison officer, and he's got a bat on there, which is an offensive weapon. He's got handcuffs there. Like, what on earth is a police liaison officer? He's literally meant to liaise, and yet he's got offensive weapons on him there, and he's the one that literally stole somebody's property on this peaceful protest early today. I mean, literally, the powers that be are just going absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But loving this one. Deep Web Slinger says here, breaking. Independent researchers have built a working electromagnetic motor based on Nikola Tesla's original design. Powerful enough to power the whole block in the neighborhood. This is real, clean, free energy, the kind humanity deserves. So why are trillions spent on war instead of this? We hope these inventors stay safe. History shows what happens when someone threatens the system. There are no details as to who it is. I posted a similar design and was hoping to see them scale it up. And again, just like the guy that had the water-powered car. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Excuse me. No, I've got a bunch of solar panels. I built some of these.
Effectively free energy on a magnetic dynamo. That is amazing. Check this out. I thought this was funny. I responded to this saying $500,000 per coin on a network with a 1 megabyte scaling capacity. Honestly, you couldn't make it up. Utter clownwood. Have a listen to this. Anthony Scaramucci trying to explain Bitcoin.
Just have to ask yourself the following question, and then there's a binary move after you answer the question. Is Bitcoin an asset class? Is it an asset class? If the answer is yes, then I believe, therefore, it should trade to the market capitalization of gold. It represents an asset class. That means that a portfolio consultant will go to a large-scale institutional investor and say, you need to allocate to gold. You need to allocate to Bitcoin. NVIDIA, Amazon, these others are investments. They're stock investments. If Bitcoin's not an asset class and it's a collectible, okay, whatever you want to call it, then where it's priced now is probably reasonably fairly valued, meaning it's going to be in or near the Mag 7 in terms of its market capitalization. And so I've taken the position, rightly or wrongly, and I can back it up, I think, with a lot of color and a lot of commentary, that it is an asset class. And it's very unique in the following respect. It's a global asset. If you look at American companies or the S&P 500, yes, people around the world own them, but they're predominantly owned by Americans. Bitcoin is got amazing distribution in terms of its ownership around the world. So if you say to yourself, if 50 or 60% of the people that currently own Bitcoin believe it's an asset class. Will they continue to buy Bitcoin? Will they continue to hold Bitcoin? Will they recommend it as an allocation in portfolios? If that's the case, then $200,000 is too low for Bitcoin. Something like $500,000 would be there. So
what an absolute chump. Clearly doesn't know the difference between money and currency and doesn't have a clue what Bitcoin is, talking absolute shite. Loving this though. The heat in the kitchen is starting to get too hot for some. Breaking, it's official. New York City Mayor Eric Adams announced he's dropped out of this year's mayoral election. The field is narrowing, increasing the chances of someone can beat Commie Mandy. What's this? What do they call him? Beat Commie Mandani. New York must be saved. Again, yeah, people are onto them, you know. And look at the state of this. That's Birmingham city centre. It's all by design. It's all by design, and Bitcoin is the only thing that can stop all of this. Look at this lot as well. Like cursing a house or something like that. Ridiculous. Anyway, check this out. So, yeah, Robin Monotti said here, this is outrageous. We need to stop this. British totalitarianism at the root. End the Starmer regime now. This is George Galloway.
To hear the words spoken by an armed policeman, his jacket off so you can gaze at his sidearm, that you are not under arrest, but you are not free to leave.
So that there is unlawful detainment and kidnapping.
To hear the words spoken, you do not have the right to remain silent.
And that is high treason, because everybody has the right to remain silent.
To hear the words spoken, that if you do not comply and cooperate and answer any and all of my questions, you will be automatically committing an offence under the Act.
Unbelievable. Like, literally, who would have thought that in 2025 we would literally have the Gestapo in Britain? Unbelievable. Well, we know what's going on, but I mean, literally, can you imagine normies who still don't know what's going on? Like, absolutely crazy. Nigel Farage has said here, the Prime Minister has insulted those who believe mass migration should come to an end. Labour do not believe in border controls. They think anyone who does is racist. And the Daily Mail has said here, worried about immigration? Starmer says you're racist? Honestly, I mean, they're getting so desperate and they're getting worried because they've gone too far. They can't go back. They've got nothing to lose by literally like throwing all they've got at this. But you know what I mean? They're trying to follow the Pikeism basically and bring about World War III. You know, rise in nationalism and all that. This is exactly what they did in World War II. Scary times. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's have a quick look at this one. So Editor's Choice said the moral case for Bitcoin. Now BTC ends the war machine. And again, just 2 hours ago, they just broadcast all the bullshit about what the genuine Bitcoin can actually do, and then they just apply it to their shitcoin. That is Gradecoin, that is BTC. And this doesn't apply to it at all because it can't stop anything. It can't do anything. It's absolutely a piece of shit. So they said sound money forces governments and individuals to embrace fiscal discipline while currency inflation encourages reckless spending. Gradecoin, a supply-capped, decentralized, neutral currency, or money, what a load of crap, can help reduce warfare by eliminating the currency printing that governments use to finance war through the hidden tax of inflation, according to author Adam Livingston. He might be right about Bitcoin, but he doesn't have a clue about what they've done to Gradecoin and how they subverted it. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, that's 19 minutes gone already. Let's have a quick look at the figures in. Transactions 43, block size 88. Oh, 151 megabyte block coming through. 100. Oh, 2 blocks there in 3 figures of megabytes. Nice. 23,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gradecoin, but even though it's 23,000 times cheaper, you're still mining Bitcoin at a 2.1% comparable profit. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Brilliant. Love what I'm watching. Let's have a look at the politics and the pie charts quickly. Come on. There we go. Global hash rate 7 days, 24 hours. Great coin hash rate. Oh, other miners have even dropped their hash rate a little bit to just 4.86. B Crush other miners 18.75. Fisher Price Cash other miners 68. And yeah, CoinDust not reporting the figures correctly for genuine Bitcoin. We're in 4th place at the moment in terms of transaction volume, 429,000 transactions. There is nothing going on the Terranode testnet at the moment that we can actually view, unfortunately. We've got the yeah, block viewer, that was 2 days ago. On the dashboard there's nothing going on. Yeah, the last week was kind of busy, but there's just nothing going on at the moment. A bit of a shame, but never mind, never mind. It's still operating in the private. Let's have a look at some 365 days of Bitcoin history. We are now the 28th of September. Well, when does it finish? Finishes on the 2nd of October, would you believe it? And look, nothing for the 28th of September. That's alright, makes it easier to finish the show and wrap it up. So 28th of September, we're now 10 days past the Kellenschweller countdown, but we know what's coming. Literally, the tension in the air is palpable, as they say, and everybody can feel it. I can feel it. We know what's coming. And obviously there are some specific dates in the diary as well. Like, oof, if you know, you know. So hit the like button, press subscribe. You're not going to want to miss all the shenanigans that happens between now and the end of this countdown. It's going to be absolutely epic. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.